Morning, folks. Brian here, Geomagnetic Earth Watch on Saturday, January 20, 2024. Hope you're all well. My shirt? Yes, well, it's warmed up. It's got about maybe 25 degrees warmer here. It's only -5, so it's quite warm, right? So I thought maybe I'd put on my Speedos when I go out and shovel some snow. Anyway, I wanted to wait 24 hours before doing this report. That is the report of substantial heat rise coming up through Alberta at the fracking sites, along with an earthquake, a 3.4 earthquake that happened just yesterday. Right after a substantial heat rise, and we have a lot more. So I did a lot of looking around, man, a lot. I can't find any records of prescribed burns. These are way too big, and I didn't see any invading armies of hundreds or thousands of men setting fires. So let's get into it. So 2 days ago, on the 18th, on the outskirts of Fox Creek, Alberta, I picked up a substantial heat spread at the fracking pad locations. Now this was just over a 3-kilometer long spread of heat. So I thought to myself, I'm going to wait just a little bit, 24 hours, before I make any report. Now, I checked extensively, excuse me, local news records. I couldn't find any notices of controlled burns. I checked the Alberta government websites, and again, I couldn't find any information on any prescribed or controlled burns. And then yesterday we had a 3.4 earthquake, shallow earthquake. Guess where? Fox Creek, Alberta, fracking locations. Earthquakes here are quite common. So this is my first grouping detected, and then yesterday, on the day of the earthquake, we have some additional breakouts of heat. Before I get into this any further, let me explain a few things. So you can pick any one of these, and it's going to give you some information. It's going to give you the latitude, longitude, the brightness, 367 degrees Kelvin, which is quite hot. It's also going to give you the acquisition time. So NRT is near real time. Otherwise, within 1 to 3 hours. So all of these are actually at 0236 a.m. There is one that was slightly off. Another example. NRT, near real time. Continuing. Today, now we have even more heat anomalies showing up. 0158 hours, within 1 to 3 hours, now some of these are actually detected within 60 seconds URT, so that stands for ultra real time. So the satellite will pinpoint the approximate time that these are showing up. So these are showing up in the middle of the night, the morning. So let's go take a look at some of these. So a lot of these are just in the middle of nowhere, in the bushes, in the trees. However, as you can see, there's quite the extensive spread coverage of fracking locations everywhere. Let's take a look at a few more. These are the coordinates for the heat detections. So again, they're scattered everywhere. This spread here is about 2.5 kilometers long. These ones are near real time. So our earthquake, so let's go back to when I first noticed it, right here. Our earthquake was approximately 15 kilometers away, which geologically speaking, it's right next to these grouping of heat detections. So our earthquake was right around here. 3.4 shallow depth, 8 kilometer depth. Progressed the following day. And now today, now I also use windy.com, and Windy will give you access to many webcams. So let's give you an idea of just what our conditions are like. So this is near Fox Creek. So I'm looking for any indications of large columns of smoke to tell me that maybe it's a controlled burn. I know it's not a controlled burn, but I still have to go through that process of elimination. And that red you see right here is a tower light. It's not a fire. And speaking of windy.com, even they're picking up the heat detections, substantial. So this is Fox Creek up here, where they had a major wildfire last summer. Our first detection of heat was here. Now we have some additional spreads. There you have it, folks. Now, one of my last videos, I said that if I see any of these heat detections within a 2-hour drive around me, I'm going to get in my truck, settle up, and go out and take a look. However, these are about 12-hour drive away. I can't exactly fool my wife saying, I'm just going down to the corner store, I'll be back in a little bit. People, the wildfires last summer in Alberta started at these fracking sites. This just gives me more evidence, suggestions that these fires, once again, are being ignited by the rising heat. Now, there are hundreds, if not thousands, of perforations through the Earth's crust because of the fracking. So you're just allowing for opportunity for that heat to come up and start fires. Not invading armies of hundreds or thousands of people. I don't listen to whack jobs. I was kind of hoping this wasn't going to start showing up on the satellite feeds for another couple of months yet. I showed you the conditions on the webcams and just how cold it is. And just how much heat and the temperatures of that heat coming up is. Give me 1 minute, just 1 minute. So that's more or less 200 degrees Fahrenheit or 94 degrees Celsius. A lot of these heat indications are. At the same time, we have an earthquake. Earthquake, heat detections. If this was the springtime, I guarantee you there would be fires all over that place. Anyway, folks, I don't jump the gun and race to make a YouTube video. Sometimes I'll wait 24 hours because I had a feeling there was going to be an increase in spread. And like I said, I've done repeated checks. I'm looking for any government authorized controlled burns. Controlled burns is piles of debris, which clearly you can see from the satellite imagery. And I switched between Google Earth and Google Maps because one is more updated than the other. There's no debris piles there. There's nothing. They're not doing extensive burns. I welcome any correction from anybody who lives in that area of False Creek. And this is what I'm talking about. Anyway, folks, I just want to show you one example. You have a good day.